reckoning for two teams in Klaipėda and Lithuania. The loss would result in the proverbial mountain needing to be climbed. Bulgaria and Belgium, both participants in 1935 in the original inaugural European Championship held in Zurich, in Geneva, in Switzerland, are winless after day one. So a loss today would put a team at 0-2 and almost facing elimination when they come to round three. There's your setup for today. Bulgaria, Belgium, our first game. Georgia take on Russia. That'll be a matchup. And then we finish later with Slovenia versus Ukraine. Right now we're at the player introductions. This is Mick Bett here from Klaipėda, the Švyturio Arena in Lithuania for Group D action of the European Championships. And we're in day two. We're a sparsely populated arena today for the opening game. Both teams having little following from their fans. But it will warm up later on as the Georgians already booked 1,400 tickets against the Russians, who've also bought a fair number of people. This game today, Bulgaria lost a close one to Slovenia last night, 67-59, a game they'd led. In the end, we've got the national anthems coming up now. First for Belgium and then for Bulgaria. The anthems are done. Both teams huddle at half court. The coaches shake hands, exchange mementos. There are about 4.5 minutes to game time. Coach Eddie Castiles will have to pick his players up after last night's hammering really by Georgia, 81 points to 58. The Belgium roster there. Number 15, Didier Ilunga Mabenga, was cut 7 days ago from this team, came back in after the injury to Axel Hervel and had 12 points yesterday in a fairly decent performance, along with 2 rebounds in 25 minutes. Yesterday the guards for Castiles offered no momentum to the team, and all the points came from the big men. Mbenga 12, Van der Spiegel 4, and Begin 13. Well, there's your Bulgarian lineup. The Bulgarians went very, very close to an upset last night. And Earl Rowland, 20 points, 9 rebounds, almost got that double-double, along with some bonus points from Filip Vidinov, 14 points and 3 rebounds, number 8 for Bulgaria. The only performance out of the Ivanov twins, Dejan 4 and Kaloyan 5. And Kostov 7 and Avramov 10 will have to play a big part at guard spot if they're to pull off this victory. Rosenbarkowski has been in charge of the national team for a few years now. He knows full well that yesterday's loss was as tight as it came, as they led Slovenia by 6 points, I think, with 4 or 5 minutes to go. Referees today, Francini, Kraus and Neil Wilkinson there from England. And the referees have been instructed to take the ill discipline out of the game. We saw 3 technicals in this gym yesterday, 2 of which could have cost teams the game. And there's one for Viktor Kriapa for Russia in their game against Ukraine. And there was one for Mateusz Šmodis for Slovenia that let Bulgaria back into the game. So 2 technical fouls almost cost teams victory. Castillo just writing down the matchups, maybe the opening offense. Belgium under a lot of pressure here. There's the Group D standings. Belgium, Bulgaria winless. Ukraine also winless. They'll match up against Slovenia later on tonight. Russia versus Georgia to see who will top the table tonight. Those teams both unbeaten. Players go through their final rituals before we start this one. Interesting to see what the bookies would say. The bookies have Bulgaria slight favourites, although there's not much in it. And the way you'd think the games went yesterday, the loss of Axel Havel for Belgium is huge, in so much as that's their best player, their go-to man inside. Begin, Van der Spiegel, and then Benga will have to carry the load. They got into early foul trouble against Georgia yesterday. Cost them dear. There is a following here from Belgium to try and boost them in this game. Ivanov, Varbanov played well yesterday. So it's Dejan will start over Kaloyan, or at some point they will both come in the game and play together. The Ivanov brothers are part of this young and up-and-coming Bulgarian empire that's growing and growing. And you think about Bulgaria, the history it has in yesteryear at the club level in Sofia, and women's and men's basketball. Now it's on this resurgent momentum behind these young kids of Abramov, Kostov and the Ivanov brothers. Castiles in that timeout did not win a game in the build-up. Lost their last 7 coming into the tournament. Lost yesterday heavily to Georgia, a team they'd beaten a year ago twice. Once in Tbilisi, once in Antwerp. And now they face Bulgaria. And 1935 they did play in the opening game. There you see your 2 main contenders from yesterday. 1 rebound short of a double-double for Earl Roland. And Christoph Begin, 13 points, 6 rebounds and 4 assists for Begin. Excellent job. Not necessarily a man you perhaps look to be the top scorer for Belgium. They did meet in 1935, as I said, 29-17. Belgium won. Belgium have won 4 of the 11 encounters between these 2 teams. Bulgaria have won 7. Last summer, both Bulgaria and Belgium met twice, and they split. A 92-81 win for Bulgaria in Sofia, and then a 74-69 win back in Belgium. Barkowski looks on. A chance here for one of these teams to take a step into the final 12. Top 3 teams qualify for this group of 6. The loser, you'd think, faces the momentous task of coming back from 0-2. The winner will give themselves a chance of getting that 3rd place. I think we've got the same starters for Belgium as yesterday. Van Rossum, Begin, Lauwers, Faison and Van der Spiegel. And for Bulgaria, I think we've got the same too.